everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a new brow tutorial. I get asked a lot about what I use on my brows and how I do my brows, so I thought why not just do a video then keep explaining. So this is my brow tutorial. Okay, so when I do my brows I normally do it after I've done my foundation, sometimes even highlight and contour, so I thought I would put some foundation on and do it like that. I know some people prefer to do it the other way around, which is totally optional, but I thought I would show exactly how I do it. So I'm going to show you the products I use first and then I'm going to show you how I use them. So I use this, which is a eyeshadow palette from Younique. This is called Addiction Palette 1. The palette 1 is these colours, which are kind of browns. As you can see, this is the colour I use, as it's got a massive dent in it. So basically what I do is I go in with that colour, which is called Forthright if you happen to have the palette, and I use this, which is a called liner brush. This one is actually from Younique and it's a double-sided one, so you've got a angled brush on this side and just a sort of normal fluffy brush for eyeshadow. So this can be used for sort of eyeliner, but I think it's absolutely perfect for the brows. So that's what I use for the colour. What I do is I actually have my brows waxed. I wax them myself. I did actually go to college and do beauty therapy, so I have had sort of training, I suppose, in waxing and stuff like that, so I wouldn't recommend waxing your own eyebrows if you haven't, just in case you slip. But basically I use a little orange stick, I will demonstrate with this, and I literally just run it along underneath, and I actually do on top here. That's literally all I do to just neaten up the edges. So I'm going to go in with that colour, and basically I dip this, I brush it along that colour, and this is the first step. So I go from here, I go out a little bit longer than my brow and I draw a line. I then go in with the colour again and I do a line up here and then take it down. So I've done them two lines. This is when I run the product into that little groove and I brush along to fill in this brow. As you can see, I love this colour because it's like perfect for my hair colour, but it may be too dark for some of you, but it'd be the same technique just for any other colour. So once I've done that, I then drag the product down again . And then I dab the brush again, so I just touch the colour, and this part, instead of going outwards, I go up and almost flick it. Especially with this section, you want to do it really sort of fine. And then you pull it across again. So then once I've done that, it normally looks quite blocky like it does at the moment, but what I go in with this, which is just a, I guess, eyelash brush or brow brush or spoolie, whatever you want to call them, and basically I run it through the brow, and this way I turn it and I brush this way, just kind of back and forth. I actually also drag up sometimes here to sort of make it a little bit neater. And that's kind of how I get that faded look. So once I've done that, you can obviously see where you've brushed it, it can get a little bit messy here. So I'm going in with this. This is actually really, really cheap, and it's from Technique, and it's the contour stick set. So it's this little packet. It comes with a brown, a light colour and a pinky colour, so obviously for contour highlighting and blush. I don't think I've used the other colours, but I use this because it's a really nice stick, and basically I just draw across underneath, and I go on the top. Like so. I then get a little brush and I just kind of drag it down. If I was going to then put eyeshadow on, I will then push it down a little bit and then blend it almost in with an eye primer. So I'm just sort of blending that down and sort of blending it into my natural eye colour. Obviously you can see that it's a lot lighter, but that gives the eye a lot more, your brow bone a lot more definition. So with here I do the same, but I also drag it along a little bit. If you feel like it's getting too much on the brush, just literally wipe it on your hand and then go in again to blend. And then I'm dragging it down. And then the same with the top, but I drag up. And then I kind of go outwards. And then you can just blend with your finger because it's not near anything. Now at the moment it looks so weird, but what I'm going to do is I go in, and because you've cleaned that area up, you don't really want to go in too messy with the brush, but you want to just brush it and then use the tip. Sort of, it depends how, if you want it a little bit more bushy, you can brush these little bits along. And then lastly I clean up this little area by going in gently here to blend it out just a little bit more, like so. And then I'm going to drag that down, make sure this bit's neat. So once I've done the other brow, I always then kind of tend to pick one that I prefer, kind of try and make it match. Then what I can do is you can always go back in and make the arch more defined. Obviously take a bit of time sort of messing around with them, making sure they are neat, making sure they are even. Even throughout doing my makeup, I'm always kind of checking them, changing them, adding a little bit more, maybe using the concealer again. But basically all the products that I use is this and this. And then obviously an angled brush and a little brush, and you can get them from anywhere. I will link below where I get these from. You can buy this from me, links, and yeah, if you want to buy, cool. And yeah, so I hope this was useful for everyone that had asked for what I use on my brows and how I do them. Obviously it won't be for everyone, and other people will want to do their brows the way they want to do them, which is absolutely fine. Everyone is different. And yeah, but this is how I'm doing my brows at the moment, so I hope this was useful and helped you guys. But yeah, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, comment below if you want me to do any other tutorials or any other, I guess, tutorials. But yeah, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe.